I've had several of you ask to have a video of the Step Into Mystery events from start to finish, and that really isn't possible. You've seen some of the video clips on some of our different videos, and it sounds like just a bunch of people and a gaggle in a crowd. You can't really tell what's going on. And so consequently, I'm going to go through it step by step and hope that you'll be able to get an idea from this slideshow a little more about how exactly it works. Both the beauty of it and the frustration of it is that Step Into Mystery is truly unique and something that is very different. It's not something you can film from start to finish, because it's much more open-ended than that. So anyway, hopefully this will help you understand it a little bit better. Now, when you book an event, we're going to step in at that point, and we're going to start working with the host of the event. We're going to find out certain things from them. First of all, we're going to collect everybody's email address, and if there's only one email address for 6 tickets, say, then we'll write that person and say, we need to know this information about your guests and their email addresses. So we need to find out their gender, their age. A lot of times we go over 30 or under 30, but a lot of times we try and do it by decade. It kind of depends on what the makeup of the guest is going to be. Do they want a major part or a minor part, and do they want to be the criminal? These are all things that we find out before it's set up, before we write the script for it, and all these scripts are written individually. They're all unique, and so we want to know them to know ahead of time what it is that we need to know about it, so that we can custom fit a role with them. Nobody wants to show up and be a 25-year-old woman who gets a part of a 55-year-old man, or vice versa. So it's important, but we take care of all that. You don't have to know anything. And what's more, you don't have to worry about telling all this information to your people, other than the fact that we have custom roles, because we're going to email them, explain it to them, and all they have to do is send us an email, and we're going to take care of everything else that they need to do, and everything else that needs, all the other information that we need, we'll take. We also want our venue hosts to understand that this is not something that's going to be difficult for them. We're going to handle everything. All they have to do is send us the main email address for a group of tickets that was sold, or in some cases everybody buys their own tickets. They just forward us those email addresses, and that's all that we need. We need to know a total number of people and an email address for somebody in the group, and we're going to take care of everything. So please be sure and tell your venue hosts that this is something that they don't need to be particularly worried about. We're going to take care of it, and we're going to make sure that it all gets done properly. Now, we're going to send you a package right before the event that's going to have everything in it that you need. You're going to have all of the information that you're going to need, and each guest is going to get a package, and in that package is going to be their name tag for the character that they are. It's going to have their biography, the setup, and the instructions. So all you have to do in the beginning is, the biographies are about 500 words a piece. You just have to make sure that you keep these packages together, and that everybody gets what's in there. And that's what all you have to do is check in people, make sure that you have the right number of people, and that everybody has the correct package. And then you're going to play the startup video. Now, as you get to be, the startup video you've already seen, it's already listed on your training videos. The thing is that once you see this, and you'll have all of these instructions written down, so once you see it, the first couple of times you might want to play the R video. After that, you may want to just go ahead and do it yourself if you don't mind standing up in front of a group of people. This is how the game starts. So what we want you to do is either play the video or read over the rules and then stand up and explain the rules. At the same time, we're going to send you a setup, which is what people are, the setting for the whole event, and you're going to get that started. That's how you start the game, is by doing the setup and going over the rules. And in the beginning, as I said, you can go ahead and play our videos, but after that, I'm sure that you're going to be doing it yourself. And we're going to send you a package that's got everything that you need in it, and a little bit later we'll go over the list of what all is in the package. But basically, you're going to have biographies for every person, a name tag for every person, the instruction list, and the setup of what is going on in the event. So you're going to say you're all members here at the so-and-so wine club, or you're all here as part of the weekly meeting of the head of the community governing committee, whatever it might be, the country club. It depends on the setting because every one of these is different, remember. So you're going to get something that sets it up for you. You're going to get the bios for everybody. You're going to get the instructions and the rules, and that's all going to be part of your package, along with an exclamation of each individual thing that we're sending. And that's how the event begins. You're going to bring everyone in, you're going to check them in, you're going to make sure they have their right bios, they put on their name tags. Then you're going to stand up, or you're going to show our introductory video that goes over the rules of the game and the video that goes over the setup of where they are and why they're there. And then that's it. You just go ahead and get them started. You can say, okay, everybody start now. You can say, so you need to talk to everybody. But basically, that's it as far as what you need to do. Then the people that are in the room, the guests, begin to talk to each other and ask questions. And at first they're going to be a little stiff. They're going to not quite know what they're doing, but then everybody's going to get into it, and some people are really going to get into character. And you're going to find that it starts to flow smoother and smoother, and people are laughing and they're talking, and it's really very, very interesting and a whole lot of fun. Your only job during this time is to walk around the room, kind of talk to people. If they seem to be stuck, tell them to go talk to somebody else, point out somebody across the room that's a character. You're basically going to just kind of try and keep them moving, keep them talking to people. You don't give them any answers. You're not supposed to give them any answers. So you don't have to worry about whether you've got everything right or not, because they're supposed to be discovering from everybody else what's going on. And basically all you have to do is just kind of keep the whole thing flowing. And then of course you're going to be giving out clues, and we'll talk about that. And again, this isn't something we can videotape because it isn't something that takes place in one linear plane of action. There's so many different things going on. There's so many different people talking and groups interacting and people laughing. And people stay in character even when they're buying food or when they're getting drinks. There's always something that they come up with that's new and interesting. So this is just the hubbub. All it sounds like if you're videotaping this thing is a bunch of people talking. They could be in the middle of a railroad station if from the noise that's going up, and you just see groups of people standing around talking, and that's when it's working the best. And all of a sudden you'll hear it punctuated by laughter as someone comes up with something really. Just to give you an idea of how people stay in character, we did an event for Chateau Morisset, which is down in a very rural area of Virginia. And the lady that was running it, a very nice lady named Sally, and Sally has lived in the area for many, many years, and she owns a bed and breakfast, and she and her husband run. And so she's been in the area for a long, long time. And she had a buffet dinner that was going along with our event. And so as she was serving the buffet dinner, she was watching people come through the line, and she said to one of them, just trying to make conversation, gee, where do you come from? And the person looked at her and said, oh, I've lived around here my whole life. I own a bed and breakfast. And for a minute, Sally was very taken aback because she'd never seen this person before, and she knew everybody that had a bed and breakfast in the area, and she had no idea what they were talking about. And they came up with the name of some bed and breakfast she'd never heard of, and all of a sudden it dawned on her that they were in character. Even going to the buffet table, they were still in character. They were talking to people around them in character. They were talking to her in character. And she said it was just really funny because she, for a second, really couldn't figure out who they were and why they were saying they owned a bed and breakfast that didn't exist. So one of your jobs is going to be to keep the event paced, and how you do that is because throughout the game there are games and puzzles that give out clues, and how you set the clues out and when you set them out keeps the pace of what's going on. Now we usually pace it to have a clue out about every 15 minutes, but you can make it further apart or closer together as long as people have time to do the clue and then still go back and talk to other people about it. Now you'll find that some people don't like doing these clues. They think they're really stupid, and some people think they're the best part of the evening. So what we tell people, there's also money involved in this, as you probably learned if you listened to the introduction that we gave to the events, the rules of how to do it. And they can also, so people who like to do the clues can always solve the clues and then sell the answers, and people who don't like to do the clues can always buy the answers from somebody who does like to do the clues. So it works out really well. So again, an example of a schedule that you might give is here, and it talks about how you get it started, what time you're going to put out a clue, and then it talks about what time you're going to try and end the thing. And this is going to be for a typical hour and a half, 2.5 hour event. Now, you might find that this, if you've got a lot of people, it's going to take you longer to check them in. If you don't have very many people, it's going to take you less time to check them in. If you've got a really good group, you might run it a little bit longer because they might be still talking to each other. If you've got people that are kind of blowing through it, then you want to do it a little bit faster. So to some extent, you're going to have to, once you understand this, so the first couple of them, you're going to stick to the schedule, and then after that, you're going to just kind of learn how to pace it back and forth. But this is a schedule that'll basically give you an idea of exactly what you have to do during the event. And as you can see, it's not a Now, you notice on the schedule that we talked about solutions, we talked about tally cards, we talked about evaluation forms. Those are all going to be included in the package, along with videos and instructions on how to get them done and what to do with them. So basically, you're going to give out the solutions. People are going to make their guesses and write down what they think. Then you're going to very quickly go through with a tally card and just make little swiping, those little hash marks. And it's going to give you an idea of who gets it right. And then from the ones that are right, you pick the one that's the best. So basically, it's going to give you everything you need to know about how to tallying it. Now, it takes us, we went through 75 people and tallied them in about 15 minutes. So it doesn't take very long to tally them with the sheet that we've got. It goes really fast. And again, you're going to have all those instructions. While you're tallying, give people the right to go buy more alcohol, or give them the right to do the evaluation forms, and encourage them to do the evaluation forms and bring them back. Then all you have to do is hand out the prizes. Make sure you take a lot of photos, because you'll want to post these on social media. You'll want to send them to us so we can post them on our Facebook page and on our website. You will never get back 100% of your evaluation forms. These are something that some people just don't like to do, and they're anonymous anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. So just collect what you've got and give everybody the opportunity to fill one out if they want to, and then just don't worry about it. You can look at the evaluation forms if you want to, but basically we want those sent back to us along with any leftovers you might have from the party, or if you get another one scheduled, that's fine. But basically that's all you have to do with the evaluation forms, and the event is over. Everybody's happy and they talk about how. So here's a list of what you're going to get in your package. This is the list of what you're going to get. You're going to get a package for each person, which includes their name tag, their bio, the setup, and the introduction. Then you're going to get the instruction video and the setup video. You're going to get clues, 5 clues that you're going to carry in a package, and you're going to put out you're going to have a clue for every person that's there. So if you have 30 people there, you're going to need 30 copies of these clues, and then you're going to walk around and just put them out as the time schedule says that you should do it. And then you're going to announce there is a clue over here. Oh my golly, somebody found a clue over here. Do not let people just find the clues themselves, because we've had some problems with somebody getting there first and picking up the clues, and then they're the only ones that get it. So you do want to announce to everybody that there are clues there and let them take a look at it. So recently we had a bed and breakfast person who attended one of our events, and they thought it was very, very easy, and they're going to put on their own event right now. They're doing it for 40 people, and that's how easy it is. They attended one as a guest and thought that it was really easy and that there was no reason why they could not do it themselves. So I hope this makes it easier for you to understand what it is that we're doing. I hope you understand a little bit more what's going on and what you can expect in one of these. Again, I can't tell you enough how important it is for you to do one of these for friends and family before you get started, because once you see how easy it is, you're not going to have any problems at all, and the fear factor is going to go away because it's very easy. The hard part is setting it up, getting everybody the right information, and getting the whole plot so that it works together and everything. And we're going to do all that. All you have to do is just put things out and smile a lot. And other than that, the event runs all by itself. And I'm going to send you a couple of examples of setups and a couple of examples of bios. Maybe that will help you too. But unfortunately, it isn't something that we can videotape for you. So my only thing to say is just go ahead and put one on yourself. And once you see what fun it is and how easy it is, the whole problem of setting them up is going to go away.